This is Blunt Talk, your source for good inspirational news only. With your host, Gina Arcaro.
Be more or be less? It's your biggest decision today. In his book, Soul of a Lifter, Gino inspires you to make the right decision. Compete on the only stage that really matters, real life. Purchase Soul of a Lifter today at Amazon.com.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Blunt Talk Podcast. We're broadcasting today from the third floor of my gym, X Fitness, Welland, Ontario, Canada. X Fitness is committed to lift in mind, body, and soul, and to the celebration of good inspirational news only. Today's podcast is a blast, a shorter 5-minute version consisting of a motivational speech and a top 1,000 workout song of the day. Here's real life lesson number 9,282 that I've taught football players for 40 years and college law enforcement students for 2 decades. No parts, no labor. The toughest challenge I've had as a football coach and college law enforcement professor and program coordinator has been teaching and developing the true concept of strong work ethic. Over 90% of rookies and freshmen had a skewed perception of what strong work ethic means. Over 90% struggled with their relationship with true hard work. Over 90% did not understand the connection between the level of academic and athletic work ethic needed to survive the professional Darwinism that cuts students and athletes from progressing to the next level. My message to students and athletes for 4 decades was real life lesson number 9,282. No parts, no labor. The development of a strong work ethic needed to survive the 90-10 selection process in sports and law enforcement job hiring is directly connected to certain body parts: guts, heart, and balls. No guts, no labor. No heart, no labor. No balls, no labor. No parts, no labor. The number one cause of the no parts, no labor problem is parents who shelter their children from work physically and intellectually. The second cause is any school system that allows students to graduate without working for it academically and rigorously. Third cause is coaches who coddle superstars at a young age and reward them with starting jobs without earning them. The absence of meritocracy stagnates adolescent work ethic. When the weak are allowed to progress, the entire structure weakens and collapses. The failure to develop adolescent work ethic to prepare them for real life is the result of irresponsible and incompetent leadership. No parts, no labor eventually results in failure. Then culture shock is suffered when the entitled no longer are the benefactors of entitlement. Top 1,000 workout song of the day, Dragging the Line by Tommy James and the Shondells. It's a masterpiece, ladies and gentlemen. Released way back in 1971, year 2 of my 48-year workout streak. Contrary to popular advice, I live in the past. 1971 is etched in my heart and soul because it was year 2 of my struggle to change my dysfunctional, obese 12-year-old self. That struggle was hell. There were no shortcuts. There were no 30-day miracle transformations. Every set, every rep, every workout, every day, every step of every run was hell. But I fell in love with hell. H period, E period, L period, L period, which stands for heavy, extreme, laborious lifting. The hell of losing weight is branded in my soul. I never have and never will forget that hell. The hell of being an obese, dysfunctional 12-year-old motivates me to this day. I am obsessed to never returning to that dysfunctional, obese hell. Tonight, I visited 1971 during 2 separate workouts with my women's lifting team, a total of 1,251 reps in 2 separate workouts back to back on the same night. My 60-year-old self outlifted my 14-year-old self. My 2017 streak is intact. I have worked out every day in 2017. Today is October 18th. I have already surpassed 365 total workouts. Why? To prevent a return to hell. Parts and labor have a cost. Blunt Talk Podcast reached our 79th country and 26,000th listener this week. We have a way to go to reach and lift all 7 billion humans on planet Earth, but we will never quit. It will take parts and labor. Thank you for listening. Much love to our worldwide audience. Blessings and all good things. Peace.
Tune in tomorrow for another 5-minute podcast blast and more excerpts from Soul of a Lifter by Gino Arcaro.